All right, welcome to the Juices Dojo. So you know the deal. I'm here in the Bronx. It's by some random wall close to my school where I work. But I chose this particular spot today. It says Lost, and I kind of feel like us as humans, as countries, I think we're all lost, being manipulated. But yeah, in general, there's like a sense of loss and deeper. But anyway, before I get started, I like to point this little pin that I have on. Go a little close to the camera. That is from the 65th Infantry, which was a segregated unit in the Army. They're called the Borinqueneers, or all Puerto Rican people. But yeah, 65th Infantry. And as you might know as well from prior videos, I'm prior Air Force. I used to be in the Air Force. My father was in the Air Force. Had uncles. So the military has been a part of my generation, my lineage. But I can tell you this, in today's given day, I don't even know if I would recommend someone going to the military. And that's just a new type of feeling. And generally because it's the feeling of just being pawns. Pawns in this game. You know, there's a song, I'm no senator's son. Yeah. The senator's sons and all that, they stay home and they let us go fight wars. And dumb wars too. That doesn't benefit us. Anyway, moving on. Bryce Mitchell, UFC fighter. Just want to share some of my thoughts on him because he's embodying now what many people across the United States are feeling. It's that feeling of being betrayed by our own government, by our own, even by Trump himself, being manipulated by Israel. Wait, come on, man. This is my video, dude. But anyway, uh, moving on. I actually voted for Trump. All right. Just letting you know, just throwing it out there. Although there was a time when you kept your vote secret. And it says, hey, that's my business. That's my business. But I did vote for him. And yeah, I am disappointed. I'm at the point now where I do understand that there is no left wing or right wing. It's all the same damn bird. American Indians say that. But anyway, back to Bryce Mitchell, because he does embody what people are feeling. Someone's running up on me. But anyway, yeah, what people are feeling. That the schools try to brainwash your kids. And that's why, hang up, move your knuckle. There you go. That the schools are trying to brainwash your kids with all this transgender information. So he homeschools his kids on a farm in Arkansas, far from here being in the Bronx, But he's called Thug Nasty. But anyway, he homeschools his kids. He has harsh views on Israel, which many creators do. They're really throwing this out there. This was something that's never been taught in school. This is the first time in my lifetime, and I'm 55 years old, hearing anything really negative about the impact of Israel. And also, this is the first time in my lifetime that I've also have heard something positive about Hitler. Could you believe that? Now, who do you believe? That's the question. And I don't have an answer. You don't know who you believe. You can't even believe AI. Don't trust AI because people are manipulating their algorithm. I even Googled today using AI on Google, and I was like, can the information on AI Google be trusted? And it came back, and stay there. They're right maybe 65 to 75% of the time, but they can't guarantee anything. I'm summarizing it, of course. There's more to it than that. But yeah, you don't know what to believe. But if it smells like shit, it's shit, people. And there's a lot of shit going on. But anyway, back to my man Bryce Mitchell. First, he's a great fighter. He is really a dog. And let's go back a year or two ago when he would come out on these press conferences and come out his face with some of these wild ideas. He was amusing, entertaining. But now it's like, my man is onto something. My man is onto something. I'm not 100% bought on a flat earther, But I'll tell you what, we didn't go to the moon. You can't convince me we went to the moon. Although growing up as a kid, not even a question. Yes, we went to the moon. Now, the moon in the sky, man. That's all a lie. Come on now. You break down that video nowadays, and it's like, really? This dude hopping around? Come on, stop. And then who's holding the camera as he goes off? Please. And then there's this video of Nixon on a landline talking to one of the astronauts on the fucking moon. You gotta be shitting me. But anyway, moving on. Yeah. Bryce Mitchell, he's a homesteader, growing his own food, working with his hands, has his own land. That's awesome. He's speaking his mind. And a lot of people do agree. And let me tell you what, that is the feeling on the street. Even here in the Bronx. He's over there in Arkansas, here in the Bronx. I say throughout America, there's this feeling of what the hell is going on. We're all being manipulated. Taking over countries. Hey, I just want this. Like there's this funny meme of Trump. They did some AI to it. And he's sitting down. And they're talking to him about El Salvador. And he has the voice of 6ix9ine, that rapper. He was like, yo, Venezuela, yeah, I stole that shit. It is hilarious. But anyway, there also is this sentiment, and Bryce Mitchell is one as well, starting to praise Jesus and all that. I do believe that this is the time that, because you can't trust anyone, the world seems bleak. I mean, this is the time to get right with Jesus in your personal life. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to say, you got to get right with Judaism, or you got to get right with being a Muslim. Nah, not doing that. So, or Buddhism. Although, let me tell you, I have a Buddhist tattoo, a tattoo of Buddha. But I do like some of those strategies that he uses of just breathing, emptying out your mind. And it's not that Buddha is a god. Buddha, even himself, if you go read some of the books, he doesn't say he's a god. Or no, he doesn't say he is God. He's just an enlightened being. Anyway, that being the sense, folks, what are you going to do with this world? I'll tell you this, though. Be strong. Try to get as healthy as you can. Try to get physically strong as you can. If you got to build up an arsenal, build up an arsenal. I mean, I have weapons at home. I try to get my pistol license to try to make it legal. Wasn't able to. So, but I got some tricks up my sleeve in the event that shit goes sideways. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to go down. I'm dying with my boots on, people. In any case, Bryce Mitchell, shout out to you. Can't wait to see you fight again. Can't wait to see you on Instagram as well. And listen, people, stay strong, peace, and never say die.